Hello everyone and welcome to Ibaisaic. Well yes, another unboxing for you today. Vacuum cleaner I've unboxed before on this channel, but if you've seen my unboxing for the Electrolux Twinstream, you'll see that it didn't end happily. The seller did originally say they didn't have another one of these, so I applied for a refund, and lo and behold, the seller has found one, and this one looks, the box anyway, looks in much better condition than the one I opened, and it is definitely a sealed, factory sealed one. Unlike the one I opened previously, it didn't have these staples, so I'm hoping that the outcome for this unboxing will be slightly happier than the last. Things look more promising. This box, well, crikey, it's one of the better boxes I've received from this seller. That is a pretty good condition box. So anyway, let's open it. What I'm going to do though, that's quite worn, what I'm going to do, I have currently the one that I received broken. I am gluing it and hoping the glue will hold. I'll never be able to lift it from the carry handle because of where it came apart, because if I do, I'm sure the glue will fail. But if I'm careful with it, I might still be able to use it for the demo at least. And then I can keep it for spare parts for this one. Already I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. So, yes, it's looking promising. Yes, it's different because the one I unboxed before, it wasn't as neat as this in the top. I'm sure the bag was, it wasn't all folded up nicely. So here's the bag. Here's the instruction manual, which does certainly look in a lot better condition than the other. It looks about the same. So far so good. All-purpose nozzle, crevice nozzle, dusting brush, again a little bit distorted, pretty common occurrence. Very hot water normally solves that. Squeegee nozzle for the main washing head. Carpet and floor nozzle, exactly the same as the one I unboxed previously. The separate casters, the packet of clips for the shampoo tube, the hose, exactly the same. It's all the same basically. Hopefully it won't be the same when I come to taking it out of the box. They're the extension tubes. Well, this looks so much better. I've still got to be careful taking it out though. Yes. You see, I'm a little, the seller has sorted it out to my satisfaction and did it quickly. That's great. But if they had checked the machine before they sent it to me in the first place, then obviously, well, that's fallen off, but that did with the other one. The filter grill fell off the previous model, but I think so far so good. Does it go on that way? I wasn't ever sure. I think it could be this way it goes on. Let's have a look. There, is it? I don't know, I'll look at that. It might be the wrong way, but anyway. Yes, everything looks fine and dandy. Okay, let's pop the wheels on. In fact, we need to have a look inside because there should be some shampoo. Hopefully the shampoo in here hasn't leaked everywhere and turned to powder, and there should be the solution tube in the bucket as well. Okay, so let's unclip the two clips either side. Now see, this is what happened last time I picked it, just completely, I mean this is fine, apart from this filter that's popping off all the time. I'll look at that. I don't know if that's on the correct way. I don't know if it goes the other way actually. The filter, it might go this way. No, I don't know. Seems to be a little fault to this, because the other one did the same, unless it's not on. No, that seems a bit better. So there it is. Inside we've got the float valve, underneath here cloth and paper filter. Yeah, that looks okay. It's discoloured the tube, I expect it would be now. It certainly looks better. The old Vanish shampoo, can look at this a bit better now. I mean, I'm just going to hold it up to the light. If I can see through it, I can't really. It doesn't seem to have leaked anyway, but I don't think it doesn't feel very full. Let's open it and have a sniff. No, it's still only full. It's only full up to here. Doesn't really smell of, doesn't bring back any memories, because I don't think I ever used this particular shampoo. But I probably will use this in the initial demo, not the other one, because that was certainly evaporated to nothing. But this should be okay. It is recommended for Electrolux and Hoover cleaners, and all 3-in-1. Doesn't mention Vax, but obviously because they've got the Electrolux and Hoover branding on the bottle, both those companies must have approved the use of Vanish in their machines. Well, obviously, because it's included with the cleaner. But the likes of Vax, of course, did produce their own solution. Here is, it looks a little bit discoloured, it might not be. Looks a little bit sort of brown compared to the other one, as long as it's not got any holes in. So that's the Twinstream combined solution tube. That's the solution tube, one with a metal end, and that's the air tube. So we'll see how that all works. And then we've got finally, well, that's good. This time last week, more or less, maybe a little bit later, I was opening this and not having a good time of it. This one is this is how I would have hoped to have received it in the first place. So I'm really pleased with this. So all I have to do now is assemble the casters, put it together, and then just turn it on briefly before my demos, which will be following on my channel very soon. Right, so I've popped the swivel casters onto the base. Nice smooth running. Quite difficult to push in, but I got there in the end. And I've inserted the large dust bag just onto the support collar that's behind the hose inlet. For dry use, we need to ensure that both filters are in place. So I'll just take the filters off and show you the float valve. So obviously that's needed when it's used as a shampooer or for wet pickup. And similar to the Hoover Aquamaster, the float valve rises up. Well, any 3-in-1 really normally has a sort of float valve like this. So as the water level rises in the cleaner, the float rises and will block off the suction inlet, so you know to turn the machine off and empty it just underneath where we have the motor. It's hard to show you back to front, but there is a little black foam filter that we need to ensure we keep clean of any hairs that might get through. So for dry use we have 2 filters. I believe it said in the instructions you can use it without a bag, but it does recommend using a bag, and I would recommend using a bag. I think it takes the same bag as the Masterlux, and those bags are readily available still on the internet. So we firstly have this cloth filter that goes over here, over the cage that houses the float, like that, and then on top of that, for an extra layer of filtration, we've got this. It just looks like a bag, and an old-fashioned way of securing it, just a rubber band. Actually, I'll take the rubber band off. These are obsolete on spares websites, but I'm sure I can find myself a large rubber band should I need to replace that one. So that would go over the cloth filter, and to secure it, and we pop the rubber band over the bottom. Same sort of thing as my Electrolux Aqualux has this sort, but it doesn't have bags, the Aqualux. But possibly I would have thought I could use bags that fit this in the Aqualux. So here's the motor unit. This is where I had the main problem with the one that was delivered before. It just, as you saw, the grey part separated from the blue part. And I thought that was a fault. Oh, the sun's going in. I thought that was a fault at first. The handle doesn't actually go completely upright like it does on my Electrolux Aqualux, but it's obviously not designed to. It must be designed to go like that so it's perfectly balanced. So there is the folding carry handle. Got your main on-off switch with a little splash guard in case your hands are wet, just to add a bit of protection. We've got the Electrolux branding printed on the top, and the royal appointment. By appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, suppliers of suction cleaners and floor polishers, Electrolux Limited, Luton Beds. But of course this is made in Italy, as I think all their 3-in-1s and wet dry machines were made in Italy. By Vortis, I believe. So this one's 1000 watts, made in Italy, yes. Model Z65, product serial number 902962604 334012003. But yes, I'm so pleased. Why couldn't this have been the scenario when I unboxed it originally? You know, but the seller has supplied a complete. I only really needed the parts, but I'm glad to get a complete proper one. And as I say, for the demo I'll probably not use this one. If I can get the other to work, because the motor works on the other one, if I can get it all to work, I will use the other for the demos to keep this factory fresh. It's quite a nice little machine. So this came sort of, it's more a lower model than the Masterlux, which had a separate pump, similar to Hoover's Aquamaster and Aquajet. The Aquamaster didn't use a separate pump, but the Aquajet did. And this, in a similar way to the Aquamaster, this doesn't have a separate pump, it just has a motor. But it does work slightly differently, and I'll be finding out how it works for shampooing when I get to use it. But I know there's this little lever here. Couldn't really show you properly last time because it was all broken, but it says shampoo. So in that position you can just see the holes there are closed, but for shampooing you open it so those holes are exposed, and those holes correspond with two little things here, two spigots thingies. I don't know what they are, but anyway, they stick out, they fit. So this is a solution tank that fits on top. Once you put the shampoo in, you push it down, whoops, push it down, and then as you can see those holes are now covered up. So I'm assuming they help to pressurize this tank, which in turn helps to force the shampoo out of this little metal part when you've got the hose connected. I didn't open this on the video because I didn't want to break anything. It was very stiff, but I did try it afterwards and it does unscrew. And it's actually attached, look, so you can't lose the top, because I think if you did lose the top it would be useless because it needs to be a sealed system. if you don't tighten it properly, obviously the pressure won't be able to build up in the tank and won't be able to force the shampoo out. So that's what that is. But anyway, everything seems fine. As I say, that's where we'd connect the shampoo, and that's the air stream tube. But here it is. Very pleased with it now. We can connect the hose. So I'm just fortunate that the seller happened to have another one, because I did go on some websites to try and find the various parts I needed to restore my damaged one, and the cupboard was bare as far as the spares go, and I might have been able to get a second-hand or used one, which I'd have been happy with just to get the machine working. But obviously this is the best thing to happen. So I've got it set up with the carpet and floor nozzle, 2 plastic extension tubes, quite an unusual shaped handle. But here it is, set up for dry use. So I'm going to plug it in and we'll give it a go. I did, if you saw my other video, the disaster video, I did actually switch it on with the top off, and I was surprised how quiet it was even without this grey motor cover on. So I'm expecting it to sound even quieter still. But let's plug it in and we'll see what it sounds like. Right, I'm just going to switch on and have a little go on the carpet. This is, of course, this is the one I've just unboxed. For the main dirty demos that I'm going to do, I hopefully will be able to use the damaged machine if I can get it all back together, if the glue holds. But this is actually the tube I'm using. All these tools I took from the damaged one. So in fact, I'm not actually using them from this particular machine. So all that I'll have to do to restore this to more or less factory fresh is just take the bag out, because, well, I'm only going to use it very briefly here, so it's not going to cause much of a mess inside. Hopefully it's going to work. I've plugged it in, I've switched it on at the socket. Hopefully when I press the little red button, it should spring into life with no problem. Please, come on. I've been happy so far. Very happy with that, very happy. Just noticed that I had it in shampoo mode, this little lever here, and there was quite a force of air coming up, which obviously would normally be diffused through the grill at the back. So if I turn it on again, actually it does make a difference in the noise level. When that was open, there was more of a rush of air sound and it was a bit noisier, but when I had it closed and the air was being diffused through the grill at the back, there was a slight drop in the noise level. And possibly when I actually put the tank on, when I'm using it for shampoo mode, especially when this is full of the solution and warm water, that might muffle the sound a bit more as well. So let's put that on. Not a very noticeable difference, but anyway, that's very good. I'm very pleased with that. So it's almost set up in carpet shampoo mode. Just to end the video, I will pop on. Let's reach over here. I've already got it attached actually. Pop on the spray nozzle, and then this is from the faulty one. Actually, it says in the instructions to actually connect the trigger first, and that actually clips on here. There's a little groove. It is a little bit distorted. I mean, it might, when I'm first using it, might take a while for the shampoo to get through some of these kinks, but if the shampoo's warm, it hopefully after a while will flow okay. But that just clips on. So we've got the trigger here to release the shampoo. Then we need to clip the 2 clips to the tubes. They actually have a little slot in them. This twin solution tube, these where the clips are, it's not a random place you'd put them. They actually fit into it using, you can see the little tab that goes through the hole. And then, again, it runs this 3 more clips that go along the tube, and you just clip that to the hose all along to keep it out the way. A little bit awkward doing this. The Hoover Aquamaster was a much better design, the 2nd generation anyway, that had this tube built in. And then we just need to push that into there, the metal end into the metal, and the plastic part of the tube into the other hole. And now, apart from, obviously I need to take out the bag and the filters, just leaving the float valve, need to fill the tank with the correct amount of solution. And now it would be ready for carpet shampooing. Can't do upholstery with this one. There's no upholstery nozzle anyway, and I think because it's not pumped it would be quite difficult to do upholstery and stairs with it. So there's the Twinstream set up in shampoo mode. So a nice result at long last. I was really looking forward to receiving this cleaner when I opened it last week. Obviously, whatever time, it's not last week now because you'll have seen the original opening, and then this video is probably followed on much later than that. But anyway, it was last week in the time I'm talking to you, the time I'm making the video. So I was quite disappointed, but it's all sorted out now. Everything's turned out fine in the wash, and I'm looking forward to the videos. So I'll be doing a dry pickup demo with this machine. I'll be doing a wet pickup demo, and then I'll be doing a carpet shampooing and a floor washing video. So I expect there'll be 3 more shorter videos. Instead of trying to fit it all into one big long video, one week I'll put it on Monday, Wednesday and on Friday on 1 week. Can be the Electrolux Twinstream week, just the same as I did with the Bissell Hydro Clean Complete and the Hoover Aquamaster. They got a video on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. So thumbs up for that one, I'm pleased with that. Don't know how it's going to perform, but at least it is a working vacuum cleaner. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, please thumbs up, please comment, and I'll see you very, very soon.